Is it possible to build an iMac, competitive and fast, all in for under $100? Well, you're about to find out. Alright, today we have a 2013 iMac, which is the only one I haven't tried yet in the series. I found this one for $65 on OfferUp with cracks in the screen. I offered him $40 and he said, no, I'll do $55. And then I said, okay, thanks. And then I just waited a couple of days. Lo and behold, he said he'll take $40. So let's check it out. So here it is on. You can see the cracks there. Pretty much goes across the whole screen. The thing is that this was presented to me as a working computer with a cracked screen. And when I went to pick it up, he said, do you want to see it turn on? And I said, no. I was in a hurry. And I said, it works, right? And he said, yeah, it just, when you turn it on, it's going to go to the setup menu. So I thought he had already reset it. But when I turned it on, it had the flashing folder. So we're going to do recovery mode. And now this is going to take another hour. I hope the hard drive's not bad, because that would really make me upset, because it was supposedly working. So we'll be back after an eternity. Here we are after more than an hour, I think. The OS is restored, and so I guess the guy that was selling it deleted the partition or something to try to erase his data, maybe. I assumed he would have just reinstalled the software, but maybe he didn't know how. So here we are. This is the 2013 iMac. And this is the one that I've not tried yet. We've done 12, 14, 15, and 17 so far. And I think this is the last one. And purchased with the cracked screen for $40. Very good price. This you can't see it now, but the cracks are actually so thin. It almost looks like the screen is just dirty. It's totally usable. The only thing is I don't know the specs. And so I'm going to show them to you for the first time, and I'll be seeing it for the first time as well. Here's what was available. Pretty similar to the 2012 2.7, 2.9. The mysterious i7 that we've never found yet. DDR3, 1 terabyte, 5400. And optional Fusion drive or SSD, which we've never seen either. And then you have Intel Iris or NVIDIA 750M. And the rest is the same. So I was curious what the difference would be. It seemed like 14 kind of changed a lot, but between the 12 and the 13, let's see. So let's put them side by side. Like this. Or that, okay. So it looks like I see the, oh no, wait, this is 27 inch. I need 2012, 21 inch specs. I had the wrong one pulled up. Okay. So let's see what the difference is here. 2.7, 2.9, 1600, 1600. Storage 2.7. It's the same. Huh. Wow, this makes sense. The 2012 is almost faster than the 2013. base, because even the base model had dedicated graphics. And then on the 2013, this one, you would only get the NVIDIA with the 2.9 model, but a newer one, 750 versus 650, and 1 gigabyte instead of 512. Otherwise, it's the same. So nothing changed really. And so using Internet Recovery, it put OS X Mavericks on here, which looks like it's from 1985. I've never actually seen this before. It's weird looking. It's like an iPhone 4 kind of logos. There's no dimension to them. Okay, now the moment of truth. Let's go ahead and see the specs. I have no idea about this Mac. Oh, 2.9. It's the better one. 2.9. Yes. Yes, perfect. Wow. It's the higher model. Let's see the hard drive. Is it Hitachi? Yeah, it's Hitachi. So I don't think it's the Fusion drive. It just says rotational. We'll do a speed test later. So just in the other video, the 2012 video, I received this one with this. Actually, it's the same GPU in the way, kind of, but so it was a 2.7. It was just the lowest one, but this one is the 2.9 quad core, and so now we get the NVIDIA 750 graphics. So that is very cool. Yeah, I didn't ask before because I just kind of wanted to be surprised. So this should perform slightly better than the 2012. So we'll see. So now we want to update the OS, and it's not knowing, I looked it up. It said that you could only go up to Catalina. And also the 2012 was only Catalina. So there's no advantage as far as newer software on this between the 12 and the 13. And the difference in performance is probably not that much, so I guess you could consider them to be the same. Just get whichever one you can find for a better deal. I read also that you have to upgrade to El Capitan first before you can install Catalina. So that means I have to do 2 more installations. So that's going to be annoying. But yeah, I wonder if I can. I have a Capitan installer. I wonder if I can do that instead of downloading it, because it's going to take forever. Anyway, this is part 1, so let's get Catalina on here, and then we'll be back and we'll do a couple quick performance tests. And we're back. I'm recording this audio after because I forgot to turn on the microphone on the screen recording. Anyway, 4 hours later, quite excessive. We have Catalina ready to go, and so let's check it out. I think because it has to convert the file system, it's probably why it takes so long. So there's the specs again. Now we have this nice dark mode. And let's see what else we have. The first thing I wanted to do was go ahead and test the hard drive speed. It seems a bit sluggish. So let's see. Just 90. That's kind of typical. And on the read, 90. So that's about right. 100 would be better, but it's old, so I guess that's okay. The boot up time is 2 minutes, which is kind of long. And now we're going to go ahead and test the external SSD. So you can see the difference here. And this is through the USB port. So it's not even inside. So again, the easiest way to upgrade these is just go ahead and boot from an external SSD. And you don't have to take the screen off and do all of that stuff. And just run the OS from the external SSD. The other nice part about upgrading the software to Catalina is now Chrome will be updated to the latest. I think it still supports the updates in Catalina. And see, it takes a little time to load here. So Catalina, it's kind of acceptable. If you're just going to use Chrome on it, I don't really see a need to upgrade it further. Just change it to SSD, run Chrome, do your basic internet tasks, stuff like that. The problem where you run into is when you want to run Mac software like Logic Pro and Final Cut, and you can't run the latest versions. Now let's go ahead and try YouTube. And because we have the NVIDIA 750, the experience should be pretty good. It's slow to load because of the standard hard drive, but let's see how the graphics look. Okay, let's go ahead and go to 1080p. And you can't hear it, but the sound is great. And again, on these, the 2012 to 2017, the speakers fire down. It's kind of a little echoey if your desk is flat, like a hard surface. Maybe if you had a large mouse pad or something, it wouldn't be so bouncy. But it does sound nice. It actually makes it louder than what it seems like. And then see, even in a window, it's still good. I don't know if you can see it properly on the screen recording, but in my viewing, it's very, very smooth. So the question now is, what do you do from here? For most people, I would suggest just keeping Catalina. Use it as a YouTube platform, Chrome, email, basic correspondence, and just enjoy it as a cheap computer. This one was $40. The SSD enclosure is about $15. And then the SSD, maybe $25, $30. So you're going to be all in for $100 in this case, except for the cracked screen. I did notice that in the dark mode, you can't even see the cracks. So that's kind of nice. And now Chrome supports dark mode. So I think somebody wouldn't really mind keeping the screen like that. It's not worth changing it. They cost too much. You could just get a different one. You could also add a secondary display through the Thunderbolt. Now, as far as putting on Monterey and patching and stuff like that, the 2012 and 2013, from what I've seen, support metal if it has the NVIDIA 600 or 700 series. So you will be able to take advantage of hardware acceleration. What you could probably do is add the SSD to the back, do the patching and installing of the Monterey to the external SSD, and then just keep Catalina on the basic hard drive. So you would have a 500 gigabyte, let's say, SSD on the external that you would boot from. And then you would still be able to use the 1 terabyte internal drive. Then let's say one day, for some reason unknown, the Monterey stops working, or the patch, fails or something. You can always reboot back to the Catalina, plus all your files are there. Just don't keep anything important on the main SSD drive. And yes, as long as you have NVIDIA, it's probably worth it, but just depends on what you want to do. Anyway, if you have a 2013 or 12, let me know your thoughts. They're actually faster than the 14. If you look at the other videos that I have linked below, you'll see that the 14 and 15 are actually slower than the 2012 and 13, even though they run newer software. And then ideally, the 17 is really the one to get. Anyway, thank you for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.